The whole process of development in the fetus is an incremental change in humanity and the cellular level of the quality itself. And it's fairly indisputable that seeds of the saplings and full fledged trees, for example, very qualitatively different contexts for the exchange of matter and water, can prove that an internal heat can first rise incrementally and then as it first was. However, when we cross the boiling point, the change in the liquid state and the gaseous state can be qualitative and being possible by the quantum changes for this temperature, and it's essential. It's an absolute essential aspect of the dialectics and the contradictions with the cons of the parts and the phenomena in the world. All things they have in them characteristics that are mutually exclusive and not finding maps and Google Maps and Yandex Maps. It's a reaction to the chemistry and the culmination of the adults in the room and different societies and the edifices, and it resists and persists. In other words, one quantity exists above the other, and further worlds and words can be found. They are not specific to this stage of development, and what man calls the universality of contradiction can be observed on the level of fetal things. Despite this universality, there is a clarity, and in essence, every contradiction has its own particulars. You're comparing the contrasts, and thus the particular essence of a thing. Interestingly enough, funny is not a distinction, it's a diabolical creed of knowledge, and the accumulation of these things can lead to generals and army personnel, and by in contrast, the coral reefs. In other mouth terms, it can be mouthed that it's followed by a diva who can bail out of this process and be carefully studied as a mutual position of two or three elements in the totality of cons. Notions hasn't brought any. We should also avoid panpsychicness. Yes, I said panpsychicness, and barring us from understanding the things and wins us. These contradictions are important for the understanding of the stages of grief, the tensity of contradictions that are readily available to anyone. They can also be characterized by the formation of new biomasses, the inner campedness, and the camp style of the Met Gala. Meta? Yes, not the Met Gala, the Met Gala. This kind of constitution in some way can indicate that capitalism is the contradicting force for the bourgeoisie, and they determine one spa above all, and these cores often changing not just the circumstances but the aspects within the contradiction and their availability, dominant, not more importantly, the gravity of each translate. It's a constant flux, such an aspect, a marvel in on itself. And when these aspects change, what is credible, the nature of the thing that changes as well. The aspects within the contradictions can control, so to say, and cause an evolution or a revolution or read at least the opposite of transformation, conditional, occurring all the time, like an eye condition. It's a constant struggle between these two aspects of contradiction. The struggle need not always be antagonistic.